When I was a kid, I always used to sit with the same girl during elementary school lunch. But she never brought her own lunch, and she never waited in the lunch line. I was a bit confused by this until she started bringing little tiny hair clips, and she would trade them for snacks in girls' lunches. This was her meal. She didn't have any other source. This was my first real glimpse into the hardships that a lot of children face today. I was really fortunate to not have these struggles, but I always felt for those who did. We all get hungry, right? But a lot of us don't know that many Americans are still living in poverty today. Children aren't getting the nutrients that they need in their ever-growing bodies. We need to pay mind to this situation now. There's no other time. I've been working a lot with my community for the past 10 years, and I think that makes me really qualified to talk about the nonprofit organization Snack Pack. I've been aware of the situation of Saratoga County for a while and the hunger that's been striking. We need these nonprofit organizations like Snack Pack to help fight hunger across the United States. First, we're going to talk about the general scope of childhood hunger. Then, I'm going to narrow it just a little bit and we're going to talk about Saratoga Springs specifically. Then, I want to talk to you more about Snack Pack and how you can help, how you can be a benefit to my community. First, let's talk general. The No Kid Hungry website was updated in 2018 with the current information. Currently, 1 in 6 children face hunger. 13 million children live in food insecure homes. That means they don't know where their next meal is coming from. The National Commission of Hunger, which is a board of doctors and MPH students who have graduated, who fight towards different policy and advocate for different public health programs to help fight childhood hunger and adult hunger as well. They published a book in 2015 that they sent to Congress to try and help coordinate these efforts. The National Commission on Hunger defines hunger as a lack of access to food when families don't have enough money, causing them to cut size, quality, and frequency of meals throughout the year. According to No Kid Hungry as well, the poverty line for a family of 4 is $24,300 a year. We have families who make twice that much, and we still consider them struggling, but they're not the poverty line. It's a little bit upsetting because all of these families are just trying to put food on their table. 17.9% of children under the age of 18 live in food insecure homes. This is a statistic from No Kid Hungry as well. So these children might have access to food at school through federal programs, but what about the weekends? What about their summer vacation? Where are they going to get these meals from? Not having access to food on a regular basis can affect children mentally and physically. Let's discuss. In a study published by Dr. John Cook and Dr. Deborah Frank from Boston University Medicine in 2008, they published a journal from the New York Academy of Sciences. The study said that food insecurity has emerged as a highly prevalent risk to growth, health, cognitive, and behavioral potential of America's poor and near-poor children. According to Cook and Frank, the study was reviewed and it said that children 1 to 5 suffer from headaches, stomach aches, and colds from not having any food. Children aged 6 to 11 are more likely to have lower arithmetic scores, more likely to struggle getting into relationships with adults and other children, and they're more likely to repeat their own grade a couple of times. Teenagers are more likely to have thoughts of suicide, more likely to attempt suicide, and more likely to be suspended from school. Feeding America is a nonprofit organization that has a website. They updated it in 2018. In my county alone, it stated that 7.9% of children and families live in food insecure homes. I live in a pretty small town, so I think the statistic was specifically hitting really hard, hitting home. That means that 18,000 people out of the 250,000 in my county are living in food insecure homes. I probably wouldn't have known that without looking up this data. As you can see, hunger affects children mentally and physically and can reach your back door. As someone who cares for the well-being, I want to address this situation now. Food is something that most of us take for granted, but it can be something that can change children's lives. We need to take action. For those 18,000 people right now in my county, we need Snack Pack. We need these nonprofits. So let's talk specifically about Snack Pack. Snack Pack was created through a nonprofit organization. A volunteer runs their website, so there is no current copyright date or anything like that. But if you go to the website, which is linked right here, it tells you the story of Richard, who is the inspiration for Snack Pack. My apologies. Richard was labeled as learning deficient in school. He was labeled as the fact that he had a disability, when in reality it wasn't that at all. He was hungry, and he was doing poor performance in school because he wasn't getting the right nutrition. That's how Snack Pack was created. This Snack Pack brings food to children on the weekends for 3 whole days. It contains a loaf of bread, 2 juice boxes, 2 snacks, 3 entrees that are non-perishable, such as tuna, maybe peanut butter and jelly, depending on the situation, and a couple other things. It's a fantastic organization. For only $13, these packs are made and sent to over 100 children currently to help them get the nutrients they need on the weekends. The program is actually also happening during the summer months as well. Every Thursday, volunteers drive all over and deliver these packs to their houses. For $250, you can sponsor a kid. For 40 weeks during the school year, you're giving them food for just $250. It's so priceless to see the smile on these children's faces when they get these packs, because the full pack to them means a full belly for the weekend. I want to talk to you about how you can get involved in this wonderful organization. If you're not local in Saratoga Springs, there's a lot of other options for organizations near you that have the same mission as Snack Pack. Get involved. There's tons of them, don't worry, I looked. Since it's all on volunteer though, we really need to make a difference by advocating for these children. Let's review what we've talked about. So, we talked about childhood hunger in general. Then I brought it into my own county of Saratoga, the town that I love so much and would give so much to. I love it. It's a fantastic place to live. But all of these people are going hungry still. It's crazy. 13 million children live in food insecure homes in America. How many are your neighbors? How many are your friends? You don't know. A lot of us don't know the situation that's going on, but it's an ever-pressing issue. No child should ever have to go hungry. No child should ever have to wonder where their next meal is coming from. For a childhood is much too short to have these worries. I really want to thank you all for considering donating or volunteering for my organization.